Hello children. Type of filter with small holes. Okay. So that is, that is placed there because so that we don't get the insoluble impurities or substances from the water. They are going to filter it there, water taps. Even for our showers also you will be having this filter. Okay children, clear? Chlorination. Now we learn about chlorination. What is this? Addition of chlorine. Chlorine is nothing but a chemical, children. Okay, it is a chemical. Okay, why do we use it? To kill the germs present in water. Okay, in water we said that germs also exist. So to kill the germs, we add this chemical which is known as chlorine. Okay children, and this is known as chlorination. Adding chlorine to kill the germs which are present in the water. So where we are going to add this? We are going to add this to the water. That is known as chlorination. Clear children? Understand? So what we have learned? So we have learned about boiling, sedimentation, decantation and filtration and also chlorination. All these are what? These are all water purification methods. Okay children? So now we have purified our water. Now it is ready for drinking and cooking purposes. Now let us see how to save our water. How to save and the importance of saving water also. So water is valuable natural resources. We need water for our daily activities like drinking, cooking, bathing and watering plants. Now it is a valuable natural resource. Water is a very valuable natural resource. Why? Because without water we cannot live. No children? And it is a natural resource. So nobody are making water. It is available through nature. No, so that is why it is called as a natural resource. And why do we need water children? We need water for our daily activities. Like for drinking, cooking, bathing and also watering plants. So we will be having plants in our houses. Not only plants, even in the agriculture fields, farmers need water for their crops, watering their crops. No, so for all these purposes, we need water. And we should not waste water because it is precious and scarce. Why we should not waste water? Because it is very valuable and scarce. Scarce in the sense it is very available in less amount. No, scarce is very little amount of water is available. Especially for drinking and cooking purposes, very little water is available. And because of this, it is very valuable. Clear children? So that is why we should not waste the water. There are places where people walk miles to get a pot of clean drinking water. So some dry places where water is very less available, like desert areas, if you see, for example, Rajasthan. No, Rajasthan is a desert area. No, it's a dry area. So where water is very little available there. So people, they go miles together, in the sense they travel for a long distance to get a pot of clean drinking water. Not only in that particular state children, so many areas in our country. So people, they'll just go to long distances to fetch a pot of drinking water. Okay, so because water is available very much in our areas, it is not that we should just waste it. We have to save it. Clear children? So because it is very valuable, we have to save it. And here we'll see some ways to save water. How can we save the water? The first one is, do not leave the tap open while brushing your teeth. So what do? When we brush our teeth, until we start and complete the brushing process, the tap will keep the tap open. No, we do not need the water from the beginning till the end. Only when we gargle the water after brushing our teeth, then only we need the water to clean our teeth and mouth. No. So that is why please don't leave the tap open for the total time. Okay. Just use or open the tap when you require the water for use. In the sense, when you just clean your teeth and your mouth. Clear, children? And the other one is, turn off the tap properly so that no water drips. Dripping leads to the wastage of water. And this sometimes we'll just close the tap, but again you can see some small drops of water leaking from the tap. No, slowly one by one drop will be just leaking from the tap. This has to be stopped. When you turn off the tap, just turn off it properly. Okay, tightly. So that no droplets of water are going to come out. Because this dripping, that is water droplets coming out of the tap even after closing. This dripping, it is going to lead to wastage of water. Clear, children? And now use a water can to water the plants. Use the water can. Water can, you know, children? So you'll have some small holes on the mouth of the water can. So that if you use such type of can to pour water to the plants, much water is not going to be wasted. Okay, so this is also one good method. Clear? And the fourth one is, wash your car using water in bucket instead of using a hose pipe. So what we will do, if you want to wash our car or wash our any area, the front area, we'll just use a hose pipe. Hose pipe is like a tube, water tube, no, like a pipe where water is going to supplied from the tap. So through these, much water will be wasted. Okay, so instead of that, what we can do, we can take a water in a bucket, and how much is required. Okay, and when it is required, then only we can pour the water from the bucket. Okay, children. So this is also one method to save the water. Clear, children? Yes. Now, so that is how we have to save the water. And now let us see about some words here which we have already learnt about all these words. So try to read along with me all these words. Let's say together. Rotation, revolution, weather, sea breeze, land breeze, humidity, evaporation, condensation, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, chlorination. Okay, children. So these are all the words which we have already learnt, and now we are just repeating the words once again. So now let us again revise what are all these words are meant for. Like rotation. Okay, rotation. What do rotation mean, children? Meanings. These are all the meanings. The movement of the earth on its tilt axis. The movement of the earth. So if this is the earth, you have got a tilt axis, and the earth is going to rotate around itself. No, on its tilt axis. This is known as rotation. Clear? Now revolution. What is revolution? The movement of the earth in its orbit around the sun. the movement of earth, but where? In its orbit around the sun. Here if this is the sun and the earth is going to move on this orbit. No, this is earth. Okay, and the earth is going to move in its orbit around the sun. This is known as revolution. Clear, children? Yes. Okay, now sea breeze. Sea breeze. What is sea breeze? The cool air that blows from the sea towards the land during the daytime. Sea breeze, you have to remember like this, the air which blows from the sea. Okay, and where does it blow? Towards the land. When? During the daytime. Okay, during the daytime, the air which blows from the sea towards the land. Okay, land breeze. It is opposite to sea breeze. The cool air that blows from the land towards the sea at night. At night. So these two are opposite. Okay, children. So don't get confused. Remember well about these two. And now the other thing is sedimentation, the other word. The process in which the insoluble impurities settle down at the bottom of liquid in a container. So the process in which insoluble impurities like sand, dirt and all that, which are going to settle down at the bottom of the liquid. So if this is the container, if this is all the water, so all the impurities are going to settle down. Okay, at the bottom. This is known as what, children? Sedimentation. Clear? Now, we'll just learn about decantation. What is decantation? The process in which the clean water is poured out gently after sedimentation. After we get the water sedimented, that is, no, here, what happens? We'll take another container and we are going to pour this water, no, without disturbing this insoluble impurities. So we are going to pour it into another container. So only the pure water will be collected here. This is only the pure water. This is known as what, children? Yes, it is known as decantation. Clear? Now filtration. What is filtration? The process of separating insoluble impurities from a liquid using a filter paper. So even in the word only you have the answer. Filtration is using filter paper. We are going to separate all insoluble impurities from a liquid. Okay, because we are talking about water purification, we'll make it as water, but not only water, any other liquid also you can filter it. Okay, children. Then the last it comes chlorination. The process of adding chlorine to water to kill germs. Chlorine. It is a white colored substance, children. It is a chemical and you are going to add this to the water so that the germs are going to be killed. Clear now? Yes. So what are all? Yes, children, let us summarize like what we have learned. The sun causes changes in weather. So what we have learned is the sun causes change in weather. Sun in the sense the heat which is produced by the sun, it is going to change the weather. No, sometimes cool and sometimes hot. And the second one is land heats up and cools down faster than water, and this difference gives rise to sea breeze and land breeze. So we have learnt about sea breeze and land breeze, no children? So why we do get this? Because land is going to heat up and cool down faster than water. Because of this difference, we get sea breeze and land breeze. And the third one is the process of changing water into water vapor on heating is known as evaporation. What is evaporation? The process of changing water When water is heated, then what you will get? That water becomes water vapor. No, water becomes water vapor. This process of changing is known as evaporation. Okay, children. The fourth one is the process of changing water vapor into water on cooling is known as condensation. So now this is again an opposite. What to evaporation? Like condensation is the water vapor which is in the air is going to change as water. No, which is going to change as water when it gets cooled. When the air gets cooled, the water vapor in the air, it is going to change into water. This is known as condensation. Clear, children? Now, boiling, sedimentation, decantation, filtration and chlorination are some of the methods used for purifying water. So we learnt that for drinking and cooking, it is very important for us to take pure water. No, then how do we purify the water? Like boiling, sedimentation, decantation, filtration and chlorination. So by all these methods, we are going to purify the water. Clear, children? So hope you have understood the concept well, and I am going to end here. We will be continuing in tomorrow's session with another topic. Okay, until then,